Hello, everybody. We're back again. It's Cory at MARZ Project. Jay's running the boards back there. We're gonna get up to some music making today. I was trying to think about what I wanted to do tonight, and someone suggested that we make some we do some kind of like lo-fi stuff. I've been making like mostly things like with synthesis or with like samples I have already, and I thought we could explore that kind of workflow. And today, as I was poking around, I heard the unfortunate news that Chick Corea passed away today, who's a really important and influential jazz pianist and keyboardist and just really all-around incredible musician. So I spent a while listening to a bunch of his music today and thought that we might try sampling some stuff of his and seeing if we can get some inspiration. His playing is pretty harmonically advanced and tends to move around a lot. So we'll see if it makes a good lo-fi kind of a vibe. But I had resampled some stuff from YouTube earlier. It's one of his improvisation tracks. And I'm just gonna play what I got here, and what I'll do is I'll start like just marking out sections of it that I think are interesting. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with it yet, but y'all probably find this interesting too. This is just a great piece of music. I feel like like his music is so full of ideas. I've heard like 5 beats worth of things here, so. I maybe bit off a little more than I should have here, but let's start pulling some pieces of it apart and seeing if any of it can turn into music. So what drew me to this one originally was that it was like kind of sparse up top. Like he's got these long, spacious chords, and those are like pretty prime for like chucking into the simpler in like a slice mode. Like this whole like those, maybe I'll like try a few different ways of like turning these into some loops. So like, there's something cool there. Yeah. So I like this little chunk of it. So here's idea number one. This little chunk kind of like almost reminds me of like a Radiohead song or something like that. So I want to like find a spot where this fits into like a couple bars. I like that. But at the beginning, it's kind of like wacky. So this is an unwarped clip right now. So you can use the strategy when your clips, well, it should be, yeah. So when it's unwarped, you can adjust the tempo and like watch it slip and slide around. And so like I kind of like want to, like I'm sort of hearing it like one hit and then 2 hits and like a 2-bar kind of a loop. So it's going to drag off a little longer here. I probably shouldn't set my phone to vibrate right next to the microphone here. It's kind of cool. Kind of like not quite working the way I'd hope. I'm just going to play around with some more tempos. Yeah, that's kind of cool. Yeah, but that's not quite working. Yeah, there we go. Almost there. Okay, so I kind of like that. Now I'm gonna warp it because I think it's kind of cool, um, but I wanted to play slower in this because I'm not going for like a lo-fi chilled out thing. So now I want to repitch it too, I think, but we'll see. Probably put on complex for now, and just like slow it down so it's like. That's what I wanted. So it's kind of an awkward loop, but fun. So heck, like let's see if anything else cool can come out of that. So like that works great. So I'm just gonna slide over to another section of the track and then crop that out. Like an alternate version of that first chord. So maybe I can do something like this, like. Cool. Variation. All right, onward. What do we got? So, like once you start this methodology, you can just start like picking your way through the track. So like I'm gonna find as I drag this guy out, you notice the timing's totally different than the first track because I've adjusted all that stuff. But now I'm just hunting for other cool sounds. Ugh. That's probably not gonna vibe. I kind of like that little like blue. That's kind of a neat idea. Let's just see if that does anything for us. Just gonna. There's something to that. Didn't quite work the way I had it, but like that's a neat little idea. So like this is maybe like a less exciting way to like arrive at like an intro loop than maybe some of the things that I've done before. But like the result of this is going to be super cool because it's going to be this all like chopped up freaky deaky thing that I made all custom like. Almost there. Oh, this is gonna be kind of fun. Yeah. That's a good candidate for the loop for now. Cool. All right, I'm vibing on that. Let's just roll with that. This is like I'm inspired. So I'm just gonna let that be all floppy and like leave it that way. Thank you, Dora. I appreciate it. We're gonna turn this into a loop. I'm really kind of feeling like an old Radiohead vibe on this thing for some reason. But which is just fine by me. So. I want to get some drummersons going here. And I was thinking like, oh yeah, I set up this mic earlier, thinking that it could be fun to like record some custom sounds for some of these drums too. So I might like sketch out something or no, you know what? Yeah, I might sketch out sort of something and then we'll get some sounds in. No, I want to do them now. I'm feeling indecisive. So we are going to create a new audio track. And I'm just gonna, I think I'm gonna try like a combination of like recording loops and samples. So maybe the first thing we'll do is get some samples going. So have this mic hooked up through the old Focusrite, and let's just make sure that level's coming in good. Cool. I brought here I ran around the office before we started here and grabbed some items that I thought might make interesting sounds. They include stapler, my keys, a pair of scissors, a bundle of colored pencils, and this jar of tea. So we're just gonna make samples of all those things, and then we'll juice them up with some processing, and then we will get something cool out of it. So let's do that. So here's this audio track. So I'm just gonna like real simply like I'm just gonna like go through and just record all these sounds real quick. Guess this is something I could have done in advance, but you're gonna watch me do it now. Haha! It's my stream. I can do whatever I want. So got my audio input set up correctly. I don't need to monitor this. So I'm just gonna like hit record and just make noises with these things in every way that I can think of. So here we go. Oh, I don't want to listen to you while this is happening though. I want silence. So, okay. Okay, see, I've like clipped on those ones, so I'm gonna back up a little bit. I just need to turn the gain down. That's a bit hot. Okay, try this again. There we go. Yeah, it's still a little hot. Okay, I'm gonna undo that, and let's try again at a better gain level. Here we go. I'm probably gonna use this as an instrument, I think, but we're also gonna do the classic pound on the table. All the weird sounding table we got in here. All right. If you can't make a beat out of all those sounds, we got a problem. Make sure I don't step on anything. All right. That got a little weird, but okay. So we're gonna get this musical. I guess I don't need to talk in this mic. I guess like so naturally inclined to do that. But okay, here we go. So gonna go and pick through these now. So they're not gonna sound like that great right off the bat. They'll probably want some sort of like fattening to them. What do I want to do with that? Well, I got Front Daw, my favorite little juicer. Here we go. So those will add a little something to it. I probably want to like compress it pretty heavily. So I'm gonna throw it through the glue maybe with a pretty short attack time. And here we go. Here we go. Yeah, that's getting pretty good. That doesn't sound like much yet, but we'll get there. And we can throw a drum bus after it, probably would be the nice thing to do. Here we go. Here we go. All the weird sounding table we got in here. Yeah, I don't know if that boom.
All right.
is going to do much for us. We'll make sure to turn that off. Okay, so I want all this processing to get baked in. I've just really kind of like blown it out here. So instead of like making you watch me resample this, which is like the normal process we'd have to do, I'm just going to freeze the track in place. And then we're going to make a new audio track, and then I can just copy and paste that, and what I get is a processed version of the thing. I can then unfreeze it and mute it and hide it away. And now we have this version of it that's all, here we go, juiced up and ready for more processing. Really, I just want to put it in a drum rack though. So I want these individual sounds in drum racks. This can be kind of tedious, but we'll make the best of it here. Here we go. So I'm just going to go through and like, you know what, we're going to do that old command. We're going to right click and say convert. Oh, wait. Oh, is this an option not here anymore? Where is that old option? Slice. Huh. Not there. Oh, does it work when it's warped? Slice to new MIDI track. Great. Okay. So this will automatically create a drum rack full of all of my sounds. I am going to preserve the timing. I'm just going to use the built-in 0 velocity preset. Oh, I can't use that one? Oh, there's just too many hits. Okay. Well, I can crop out a couple from the beginning and the end. I could probably crop out this section of me laughing. And and then consolidate that. Oh, it doesn't really matter. We're just going to slice this to new MIDI track. It'll be fine. 152 slices. Okay. They're not going to make it easy on me here. So I got to do this in batches. Can you slice to a new MIDI track? Great. Okay. Gosh, that should not have been so difficult. Okay, so now I got this MIDI track full of all these drum sounds. Whether or not this is gonna like make it easy for me or not, I don't know. Yeah, that didn't really work for me. It ended up like grabbing me a lot of silence. So rather than going that route, I'm gonna go this other route, which is I'm gonna make a new MIDI track. And I'm just going to drag and drop the sample onto it and slice it. Boom. We're going to put it into slicing mode. So this will result in some like moments of silence, but at least like I'll have the whole thing in here. So you can go in over here on the push and like adjust all the start points. Some of these are just going to be silent because of the way I did it. So I'm just looking through for some stuff. You know, we're gonna make this sound fatter. So if you throw the drum bus on here, I can probably like get some boom out of there. But the problem is it's going to add boom on things I don't want boom to. So probably we'll have to get that boom from somewhere else. Notice I'm like sending this through all the same processing I was sending it through before too. We'll probably have to like layer that with something else. Anyways, without further ado, let's start creating some sort of pattern, because I've just been talking and sampling for way too long. I'm gonna get rid of some of these unused tracks real quick. So here's our loop, if you can recall. So the only problem with using slice here instead of a drum rack is that you get this view. So I gotta go like looking for my notes. Oh yeah, gotta make sure this is on poly mode so I can play multiple drums at the same time. Oh, there's the snare. So I think, oops. I'm gonna quantize those. Just like partially though. I'm pretty happy about that. That's cool. Okay, but it's got to be better. Oh, I want to like add my own instruments to this. I was thinking it could be fun. Kind of just slightly off camera here. There's a piano, and I want to send this microphone right over there and just record a little snippet of it. I'm just gonna record a couple C notes. So when you're sampling instruments, it's really helpful to record the actual note. So I'm going to be slightly off camera here. Jay might catch me, but I'm just going to be real brief. The piano is just right here. Oh, here he comes. I'm making him work tonight. So a little peek behind the curtain here. I don't know if you can see it. Oh, big light system and a piano. So I got my mic, input's working good. I'm just gonna record a couple C notes. And I think that'll be, let me listen to the beat while we do it, I guess. Try a lower one too. Oops. Okay, that's all I wanted to do. Get it, Jay. Okay, so the gain a little low. Whoops. So what happens when you do things real quick? We're gonna not want to hear that first thing. What a curious little waveform here. I think we're seeing some handling noise. Try a lower one too. You can hear the headphone bleed. Yeah, hey, I haven't talked about this, I don't think, but for those of you who don't know, I'm wearing my trusty Drop HD-XX headphones. These are essentially Sennheiser HD650s, but you can buy them for about half the price, and they're what's called open back headphones. So you can see there's no box here, it's just mesh, and that's the back side of the speaker. So they're great and transparent sounding. I can hear the room naturally while I'm wearing them, and they just sound killer, but they bleed like crazy. So they're not really ideal to wear when you're recording, but that's not really what I'm doing here. If I were like recording myself playing guitar, I have a different set of headphones I wear for that. But these are the ones I wear when I'm producing and when I'm mixing. They're super comfortable. I highly recommend them. They're like $200 a pair. They're kind of expensive, but if you're a nerd, it's worth it. It's, you know, and if you are a nerd and know about headphones, you know that you can spend a lot more on headphones if you are a big enough of a nerd. So I thought that lower note had maybe some more character in it, so I wanted to use that one. So I'm going to grab that note and I'm going to put it in a simpler. So here's, I'm really looking forward to this because now you get to watch me try and figure out what Chick is doing, which will be fun. Do not hear you. Wowee. Let's normalize that. And I want to like crop it too, and then I can normalize it again probably. Oh, maybe not. So I got really zoom in here. Yeah, that's what I wanted. Oh yeah, but so we're gonna put this into classic mode with the release time up all the way, and then we can play chords. Ah. So if I were like trying to make a professional sample pack out of this piano, like I would like sample every note and like have it so each note I played a different note. But I don't have time or inclination to do that. I'm trying to make some lo-fi, you know? So let's make this sound a little more lo-fi. My favorite thing to do in a simpler is come down here to, well, two things. Come down here to the pitch and turn the pitch up to like somewhere around like less than 1%. And then if you turn it up higher, you can. That's not what I want. So you got to find the value where it doesn't like sound discordant. Which I find that like somewhere around that 1% mark seems to be about right. So cool. So I got that sampled instrument. Love it. Okay, so let's hear that beat again. Sounds like he's in E. I didn't actually tune this instrument though. I probably should take that step. Throw the tune around here. Yeah, I'm a smidge flat. Ah, no, it's in the ballpark. No, I'm wobbling around a bit. That's a little low. So I'm just gonna detune it up a few cents. You hear that kind of like whoosh whoosh in that sample? Let's get rid of that too. We're gonna take our filter and high pass that away. So yeah, I think I might have gone a little high there. Cool. So I like to change my scale over here to match the key just for like my own sanity. Like so on push, like at least the dark notes will reflect what key I'm in. That was kind of cool. Fun. I like this. So like I however like don't feel like those drum sounds are gonna cut it. So I definitely need at least another kick drum. I'm just gonna like copy this pattern over here, I guess. And then just like cut all the other notes out. Have the kick. Cool. I like it. I wanted to record this though. So like let's make a second stripped down version of the groove and we're gonna cut the hi-hats from that. And that would be this. You guys ever listen to Boards of Canada? I think this may be a Boards of Canada type beat. If you haven't listened to Boards of Canada, you probably should. So that's what I want. I'm gonna set up an audio track for this though, real quick. Things are getting a little chaotic over here. We do a little rearranging real quick. What's going on this track? This is just, oh, that's where I stuck that frozen thing. Okay, yeah, we can just make a new audio track. We'll mute that guy too. So you are just gonna get a shaker loop recorded. Yeah, here we go. Probably all right. I can't promise all that was good, you know, but like, so I'll just like try and find like a nice 4 bar chunk of it that was good. Since I have this headphone bleed, I do have to be mindful of like if some of the track bled through there, I want to make sure that it's like aligned properly. So I'm gonna solo it so I can hear it real good and just make sure if that's happening, that it's happening appropriately. Oh, it's fine. So we had that like we had that cool chain setup where I had stuff running through that drum bus and the glue and like kind of squashing it, and I wonder if this would sound good through there. So I'm just gonna like drag a copy of it over to that track and just see if it sounds good. That's kind of okay. So we can freeze, oops. I guess you have to freeze the whole track. It's probably simpler just to resample this. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna turn this track to resampling and then just hit record. Okay. So then this loop can come up here, and now we've got this thing with a bunch of, should have had a bunch of processing baked in. Why did it come out so quiet? It's odd. Whatever. Something went wrong there. Not too worried about it. Oh, did it just not record it? How can that? I'm so puzzled right now. Try this again. That's what I expected to happen. Why didn't that happen before? Great. Here we go. Shorten this. Get the loop. We're in. Oh, I really like what it was doing when it was playing with the old one again together, though. What's up with that? That's just all kinds of wacky. I don't know why it's like that, but we're gonna resample this. I'm gonna call the track Nito, just to remember that this is what's going on here. I don't know why it's doing this. It's just a weird summing thing. Cool. So now we have 2 versions of it. We always like having multiple versions of these loops. So we have like kind of like whacked out version and then regular version. Okay, and then let's get some bass going, and then we'll arrange this guy. So I have this, I keep this preset in my default template, which is just a wavetable running into front DAW. I guess there's a compressor on this track for some reason. Oh, sidechaining ready to go on the drum rack. I don't think I'm going to worry about, well, maybe I want that. So this thing is so cool. I love this plugin. That's just a sine wave. That's a pure, straight up sine wave. Now with no volume envelope. Just juices that thing real good. You get this like beautiful clipping. Oh man. So good. You know, combine that with any, if you get like some volume and stuff. You hear it kind of like wow, wow. Fun stuff. I haven't even gotten the drive going yet. Interesting when you distort the high end. Let's just see how the sound fits in. It could be fun to kind of make this one a little bit bigger, but there's a lot going on in this track already. So the sound to me of the piano chords, I'm assuming that it's doing like a thing where it's playing like. Where it's kind of like doing like a major to minor thing. What's up, Zalin? I'm not sure what chords I want to like. Something like that, maybe. I don't know what I want to do yet. Zalin, tell me what to do. Save me, Zalin. I don't like that last bar. It's like too clever. So I'm just gonna replace it with like the middle, like the first ending. Again, it was better. Cool. That's like a bass line that I can live with. I don't think I won't be embarrassed to play that for anyone. When it's not the loudest thing in the track, though, it kind of like loses its like spunk, don't it? So let's juice that guy up a little bit. I like having that like stereo motion in it. It makes it feel a lot bigger, but I don't like how it loses focus in the low end. So that's what bass mono is for. This is pretty wacky. This is a little more distorted than you usually do for something like this, but I'm kind of having fun with it. I like the kind of like there's like an unstable menace about it that I think is like pretty interesting. I do want the focus to be on the high end though, so I'm gonna like. So I want it to feel like chaotic and like it's gonna do something weird. But I don't want it to like overwhelm the track because I want this to feel kind of soft. But that kind of like low-key, menacing Boards of Canada vibe. Oh yeah. How did this track get automated? What you doing there, automation? Deleted. Okay. Yo, this is getting pretty wild and wacky over here. I'm just gonna like, I created these warp markers earlier, or the placeholders when I was like marking out spots in the beat I thought were cool, but we're way past that point. And by the beat, I mean the spot in those two things I sampled. So I'm just gonna like do a little cleanup here. I'm gonna put those tracks to bed, and then we're not using anything else on the timeline here. I actually want to save this guy too for something else in a second. But then this is all coming up. And we can get to arranging, because remember, I'm trying to actually make some music on the stream, not just like dink around and blab. So let's figure out how we want this to start. And maybe a great start would be labeling some of these tracks so I know what I'm doing. This has been producer madness, so I have not really taken time to do that. So let's stop everything. That's this button over here. And go back to arrangement, so we're only hearing this. Maybe this track should just be this, though. Like, I could listen to this for a while. This is where I'd love some. If you want to chat in and offer your arrangement advice, I'd love to take it. I'm gonna forge right ahead without you, no matter what. But if you have a suggestion, please drop it in the chat. I have an idea though, and if I will follow through with it right now. This goes on the shaker track. So, like, I don't know if you can hear that my shaker playing is kind of sloppy. I'm just curious what would happen if it got quantized. Let's just quantize it. Blah. We're just gonna let it kind of have like a kind of a weird sloppy vibe. It's gonna be just fine. But I want to do one of my favorite like weird little tricks to this thing. I'm gonna make a separate thing for this. We're gonna, oops. Before we do that, it's going into complex mode, and then I'm gonna make a copy of it. And in this one, I'm going to re-pitch it. Let's have it come down. You want it? Should it come down or come up? Jay, what do you think? Down or up?
Down.
Okay. Down it is. So let's drop it from 2 octaves up. Oh yeah, that should be unlinked because I want it to take longer though. I want it to be 8 bars maybe. Or was that long enough? Let's find out. I'm not sure how cool it sounds up there. What a strange aliasing. That's a funny little goofy effect. I wonder what Complex Pro does to that. Oh. Bring you back to 0. So it's going to smoothly, in theory, blend into itself here. A little hiccup there, but I think it'll be cool because something else will enter then too. So I think like we should also filter it probably because that's like, it sounds pretty wackadoodle. So we're going to take out an auto filter and automate it opening up for this guy too. Kind of want to like see about messing with that rhythm. Nah, it's all right. Maybe okay, I'll do this like little trick. So I've got this track, everything's like really hitting right on spot. I'm just gonna shift it all back. This is a cheap trick. Make things feel lazy when they didn't before. So like this is an instrumental. It's kind of feeling like so we got to make it interesting. So I'm already like thinking of little variations here. Oops. Whoa. These shortcuts are getting wild. I think we're about to enter the busier drums. Oh, that's not the right one. With the hi-hats. Ah, fiddly little trackpad. So I think I'm like saving this little ding ding for later. So like let's bring in ding ding. Here comes ding ding. So I'm gonna do that same kind of like beat dropout thing that I did here, but then in comes ding ding. Ding ding. And let's maybe like bring back the hi-hats too. So I'm trying to like I've set up this 4-bar pattern, and I'm kind of like setting a goal of like making something different happen every 4 bars. So like the thing develops, and like you don't hear the same thing again ever. Like it's gonna be some variation on it. Something happened to the start point of that clip. Okay. Whoops. Since this is actually like skipping out on this repetition of the loop, I like to do this kind of thing. So now this is going to repeat there. This is, like, this is a substitute for the first half instead of being something different. Do do do. Yeah, I think that sounds better, maybe. Let's do that same trick that we did with the shakers, but we'll do them with this one instead. We'll use the high ones, and we'll do a different trick, because Jay said he wanted to go the opposite direction. We're gonna, we're just gonna do it, and we're gonna take it up this time. We're gonna unlink so it happens over 8 bars. Boom. Start from the basement. Kind of cool. So how should this end? Doing some volume automations, we're a little fadey. I'm gonna add some like little automation moments here, just to like, I'm thinking I'm gonna like automate up the echo return here to like get some like transition effects for the sound. Let's try this. That's tight. Like that a lot. So let's emulate that here and have that like happen on the way out of the chorus, or what I'm thinking of as the chorus here. We'll see about this ending. So check this out. Got like a beautiful smear to it. That's a fine ending. Cool. What else do I want to do this? Let's get some like pointer sounds in here. Jay, you doing good back there? All right. So quiet, so patient with me while I am so silly. That's fun. Let's put that in there as one of our transition sounds. I don't like the little like junk at the beginning though, so let's get rid of that. This is a pretty little chimey sound effect. Put that at a couple of the transition points. There needs to be a new idea here. I need like one more melodic idea. Where is it gonna come from? Oh yeah. Okay. Remember I sampled 2 piano notes earlier? I'm gonna make something with the other one. It's gonna be a different kind of sound though. So here I've duplicated this channel, and I've kind of like sort of reset some settings to make it a little more neutral. And we're gonna go. Oh, did I crop? Dang it! I cropped the clip. Here we go. Oh yeah, it's this one. Yeah, cool. Alrighty. I'm gonna normalize. Oops. Guess it's not gonna let me normalize this one until I crop it, and then I can normalize it. Can I normalize you? Yeah. So I'm gonna get rid of that pitching thing. Why is that grayed out? That's interesting. Maybe I'm just gonna have the pitchy thing, but it's gonna be wobblier instead of less, more. How about that? in. There's something to that, I think. That's kind of cool. Kind of not cool. I don't know. Wish someone would tell me if they thought I was cool. Those notes. Okay, that's kind of cool, but it's like it's a lot, you know? Let's make this sound more interesting. We're going to go in here and simpler and spread it. Okay, I feel like I gotta get hands-on with this one. So I've like set up this kind of interesting thing where I got the LFO modulating the filter cutoff, and it seems like the resonance is a fun thing to play with here. If I pull it up on push here, like. So I think I'm gonna record a pass of that. I don't like how that gets like really boomy though. So I'm gonna do two things. I'm going to get out my channel EQ and like cut some of the low end out of this. Well, actually, I'm gonna do it in EQ8 because I want to preserve some of the low on here, and this gets a little more precise. Like just this thing's just gonna get really crazy like when the resonance gets high. So I'm just gonna record a path of automation with that though, of those two things. So make sure MIDI overdub's on, and then I can hit record basically, and automation record is on. Okay, that's gonna get a little silly there at the end. Let's check out the automation for that real quick because I think I might need to tone that last thing down a little bit because I'm gonna otherwise be chasing it down in the mix forever. Right there, it crossed the threshold to something a little too chaotic. And I think that's from a couple things. So that's just like the resonance just getting too high. That's kind of more of what I wanted, subtlety. So far, this is a pretty fun track. I like this track. Yeah. Let's bring this funky idea back too. Why not here? I'm gonna echo this track too. Maybe not as much as the others though. I do like how that one note sticks out, but I wonder if I can compress it to get it to not do that. In this piano loop. Like that note is just so freaking loud. I wonder if like turning the makeup gain off and like should like. Isn't that nice? Compressors. This is like a little more even in volume now. I don't want it to like feel like it's the same volume. I don't think there's any way I could make it sound like it was the same because it's articulated differently with like a different like. But at least like it's like not actually louder now. So I want to get a few more like things happening in here while I am thinking about this. I wanted to reveal something that when I sampled these drums, I actually only got access to the first half of my samples. So there's a whole other set of these that I am not using right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate this track, clear that, color it differently, and move the start point of this to later in the thing. So I can access some of these other sounds. Shouldn't talk setting much, eh? When I'm doing something like this. Let's see. So I'm going to turn the sensitivity down to see if I can like reveal some more transients in here. Don't like labeling people like that, but
all right. All right. Real weird sound. Plastic. Sick. County table we got in here. County table we got in here. Sick. Sick.
okay, so
On the table.
like my thought about this track is I want to make it feel like the drums are less repetitive by like inserting little mini hits, like little like.
Real weird sounding table we got in here.
You know I'm keeping that.
Real weird sounding table we got in here. Real weird sounding table we got in here. All right.
What was this one that I was hitting here for this one? I think that makes a really pleasant snare. I swear you can just put little plate on anything and then it just sounds good.
Probably use it.
So like I'm just gonna I want a like weird sampley vibe.
We're also gonna do the down table. Down. We're also going to do the Sounding table we got in here. All right. Last. Sounding table. Last. We're also going to do the club. Probably gonna use this. Scissors.
I'm like not being too precious about any of this. I kind of like that. I liked all of that. I don't know. Just quantizing pretty well.
On the table.
Wow. Okay. I'm feeling pretty good about this. Just had my save reflexes kicking in, which must mean I like it. Wow. What else is going on here? I just want to like go through and make sure I kind of like have my little ducks in a row in terms of like making sure none of my instruments are spitting out low frequencies that they shouldn't be. A lot still in this instrument, but you see all the useful sounds like way higher. Save some headroom for my bass. So I feel like I'm not really. If I was gonna work on this track longer, I might like do something about the bass sound. Oh, Chick's not EQ'd at all. Let's hit him real quick. Some EQ. So you can see there's like an area of this like sub rumble that doesn't matter to us. And then I'll just get more headroom for the bass. It's great. I think that's all fine. I was gonna say, wow, I hear the bass so well, but that's because all the drums are laid out.
On the table. Tick. Tick.
That's pretty fun drums. Yeah, so I could throw all my drums in a group. So I can like mute them and unmute them. So here's like the tonal elements all together. I want that bass to hit harder. But I love its like chaotic character. What if we grouped all this together in an instrument rack, and then we added another instance of wavetable, just playing a subby bass line under it. And then I can high pass this thing. Instead of boosting the bass and the sound I made, I can just... I gotta goose this guy. I don't like the sound better, but I think it might work in the track better. I'm relying on this plate reverb really heavily, so I just EQ'd the crap out of it, so like it's just going to take up less space. sounds of my voice in there are really, really absurd. But that's what happened, so I'm going to leave it. I kind of want to listen to this thing from the beginning. Oh, yeah, this is where we started, huh? Oh, man. Things have changed since the beginning of this track.
This is on the table.
Oh, man. I'm pretty pleased with that. For an hour, 40 minutes labor. Not too shabby. It's like a arrangement. I don't think I'll win a Grammy for this one either, but kind of cool. Sort of a retro Boards of Canada style beat. Again, if you haven't heard those dudes, you should definitely listen to them. They're a huge influence on a lot of producers. Kind of a mellow sound, but it's pretty cool. I'd recommend the album Music Has the Rights to Children. Yeah. Anyways, I guess that's going to do it for us. I'm Cory. That's Jay behind the screen over there. We're the MARZ Project. Thanks for tuning in. Follow us, subscribe on all the places, and sooner or later I'll get all these beats up on SoundCloud and you can remember your fond memories. And as always, these are archived up on YouTube too, so if you miss one, you can go back and watch the old ones and relive memories you didn't even have in the first place. So until next time, have a good one. See you later.